Our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters, the 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth. Let me take this moment to say, welcome back. This is your Moray, Dr. Yeshu. Just want to take this moment, my brothers and my sisters, to say thank you for your subscriptions, for your likes, your comments, and thank you also for your prayers. Thank you for sharing this channel with your friends and loved ones. Ask that you remember to invite your friends and loved ones, those who have not yet subscribed. We're going to ask you to invite them to do so. And those who are watching the videos, those who are viewing, ask them to like and ask them to send their comments in. And we pray that the comments that they send in will be something that is uplifting and not something to draw anybody down, but to uplift. And if you see something that we're saying or doing that is not biblical, then we're going to ask you to share that also. Okay? So, my brothers and my sisters, the last time we were in Psalm 38, and we were at verse 13. And it is Psalm 38, and we're talking about the man in pain. Praise. Talking about David, King David. He was in pain, and he was still praying to Yahweh. Praying to Yahweh. And then we stopped. We were, the last session, like I said, we were in Psalm 38, verse 13, where it said, "But I, as a deaf man, heard not, and I was as a dumb man, opened not my mouth." And he was talking about the fact that his lovers and his friends, and also his kinsmen, his kinfolks, they were all doing things. They stood afar off from him. And then they say malicious things, grievous things. But he said, as a deaf man, like he hear not, he didn't hear what he said. And in other words, he did not pay attention to what they were saying, because he knew what they were saying was nonsense, was nothing to help him in his time of struggles, as he tried to turn that life, from anything that was evil, anything that he had done that was wrong, and he wanted to seek rightness with Yahweh. He didn't hear them, and he didn't say anything about what they said. So, in verse 14, this is what he said here. Psalm 38, verse 14. Thus, like he's drawing a conclusion to what had been said, I was as a man that heareth not. Oh, remember in verse 13 he said, like a dumb man, he hear not what he said. He didn't hear what they said. Okay? As a deaf man, he didn't hear what they said. Now he said, but thus I was as a man that heareth not. He was too busy praying, too busy seeking to make things right with Yahweh. And he was not going to allow those people to pull him down. And friends, if you've been in situation like that, or a similar situation, you know, all you want to do, you want to get and make peace with Yahweh. And so they could say anything they want to say, as long as you know that Yahweh is hearing you. No matter what they want to say. There are times when you have to say, look, you have your ideas, you have your ways, I have mine. And my way is not seeking to do my own thing. My way is seeking to do what Yahweh wants me to do. So, I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about how you think, what you're saying, how you feel about me. I'm going to spend my time making sure I have nothing against you, nothing in my heart against you, but I am going to seek Yahweh's righteousness. I'm going to make sure that I make things right between Yahweh. The relationship is between me and my Yahweh. If you want to follow me in the path of righteousness, then come and go with me. But I am not going to waste my time on negative things. I'm going to spend my time seeking righteous deeds of Yahweh. That's what I want to do the righteous thing. Righteousness is my goal. To live a set apart life. Thus, I was a man that heareth not. A man here. Okay. Sometimes the word man is Adam. Adam. Okay. Adam. Which, when you look at it, you sometimes say, when you say Adam, a man, there goes another hypocrite. But this time, this word is not used. It's not Adam. This word is used here is Ish. 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 Which means a man. Ish. Man. And the Hebrew consonants that make up that word, Ish, is Aleph, Yod, and Shin. Ish. Ish. And so the Aleph, sometimes, you know, Aleph has, sometimes it has a sound, a sound, e sound. That's a soft sound. It have the ish. So Aleph, Yod, and Shin. Ish means a man. Man. It means he can be a great man. He can be a mighty man. It could be a high man of high degree. It can be, you know, him that is like a husbandman or generally mankind. And you know, contracted from the word enosh. That's, you know, come from that another word, enosh, props, from the unused root, meaning to be extant. I say a man as an individual or a male person often is used in an adjunct, to a more definite term, the way the word is used, and so in such cases we're going to see that, like you say, another man, or any man, or a certain man, or sometimes we can even say a champion, everyone, our fellow, a husbandman, a good man, a great man, a mighty man, a man of high degree. And not just talk about an ordinary person. So, like, sometimes you refer to him as a steward. What mansoever, this man is worthy. And worthy, we can compare this man, with something that is of worth. This man, okay. So listen what he said here. Thus I was as a man that heareth not. Again, you see the word shama? To hear. Shama is the same word is used there, in the same word. Heareth, or heard, or hear. Shama, or hearing. Shama, is a Hebrew word there. Shin, mem and ain. And what it's saying here is a word to hear. Is it thus as a man that heareth not? Like, in other words, I didn't conceive what they're saying. I didn't pay any real attention to what they're saying, because what they were saying was not something that really impressive, something that really makes sense to me. Hear it not. It is this, because basically, if you're going to hear it, you're going to listen attentively. And he wasn't listening attentively to them. It wasn't, it was their call, their talk was not something of, coming together, called together. Something that would call careful or make you be consent or to consider. So, what they were saying was nonsense. So I didn't have to pay attention to it. I didn't have to listen to it intelligently. I didn't have to pay attention. It was not something that I need to be obedient to. That kind of thing. It's not something that I have to really consider. Not something that they say that I need to go and declare it. Not something that I need, to discern. They say something that, a discernment. No. I don't have to listen to it. I don't have to make any noise about it. I don't have to go and, obey or perceive or proclaim it. I don't have to publish it. Because they didn't say anything of substance for me to publish it. I don't have to regard it. No. It didn't make sense to me. So what I say is not really understandable. It was something I wanted to be a witness of. No. I didn't have to. So he said here. Didn't hear it. And listen what he said here. In verse 14. The latter part of verse 14. The second part of verse 14. And in whose mouth are no reproof. So what he hear was in that those people were talking, in their mouth there was no reproof. I want us to look at the word reproof there, because the word reproof is a pretty big word. The word is the Hebrew word here is take no. I mean, it's that take. It's that. It's a kind of the way it's spelled. I'm gonna try to say it. It's to ke ka. To ke ka. That's what. Okay, that's what it says. To ke ka. To ke ka means among, and it is like a tet. Is that tet? Let's see. No. Let's go back. Toketa. It is tav, vav, ket, chet, and he. Okay, I gotta make this thing a little bigger. But then, anyway, that's what it is. Okay. It's tav, vav, ket, chet, and he. Tokeka. Alright. And what is saying there? Whatever saying to me, there was no rebuke in it. And there was no correction in it. That's what the word reproof there. No rebuke and no correction. They're not saying anything that gonna correct me. They're saying anything that gonna get me out of my situation. Like they're in the middle of something, but they're somewhere in the middle, but they're not saying anything of sense. Like in the midnight, when all of the problems and all of the issues that I face in my life, in the midst, there's nothing that they're bringing out, nothing that they thought of that could help me, nothing within what they said, nothing. Tokeka. It comes from another word they call yakak. Yakak. Let me use a chastisement, by implication, correction, refutation, reproof, or proof. None of that. Even in defense, nothing that I could say to him. And so the argument was zilch, nothing. No correction, no reasoning, no rebuke, nothing. I'm not reproved from what they said. So therefore, it didn't matter to me what they said. Nothing to a point, nothing that I could argue, nothing to chase, nothing to convince me that they were saying something good to me, nothing. All I want is dispute and judge. Nothing. And because basically, when we look, ever heard the word reciprocal? You said something good, I said something, in return. Nothing. They weren't saying anything. Nothing that would convince him of what he was trying to do. That what he was doing was wrong or was right. They didn't say nothing. All they do, they're just saying what they want to say. And they maintain their ways of saying things, and they were not pleading his case. They were not reasoning with him. They were not saying to him, man, this is the way we want to help you. We want to encourage you. This is the way to go. They're not saying that. All they do is talking their nonsense. They weren't saying anything in any wise that would help him. Nothing that would help him, nothing that would encourage him, nothing at all. He said, thus I was as a man that heareth not. He wasn't hearing anything from them. And in whose mouth are no reproof. They were not saying anything of consequence. And you have people like that. You have people like that, my brothers, my sisters. They say a lot of things, but they're not saying anything. You know. And Yahuwah wants us to pay attention to his ways. And so if you're trying to go Yahuwah's ways, and there are times when you're going to fail in some ways, right? But don't listen to the gainsayers. Listen to his voice, Yahuwah's voice. Listen to the Ruach as he speaks to your conscience, as you make it right with Yahuwah. And do the things that Yahuwah wants you to do. That will bring glory and praise to his name. So my brothers, my sisters, I'm going to encourage you. This session is gone. But please, don't forget to be a blessing to someone today and walk with the King. Shalom.